NFL Stock Exchange's Trevor Sikkema and I join forces for a What Would We Do first round mock, part 1, here today on Locked On NFL Scouting.
You are Locked On NFL Scouting with the Draft Dudes, your daily podcast for NFL and college football scouting. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is better than this? It's guys being dudes here on the Locked On NFL Scouting podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Krabs, host of Locked On Dolphins, co-host of Locked On NFL Scouting, author of Touchdown Miami on Substack, NFL staff writer for A to Z Sports, traditionally joined by my co-host, Joe Marino, who is off this week, a little R&R ahead of the 2026 NFL Draft. So I tapped in an old friend, Trevor Sikkema, formerly of the Draft Network, of currently NFL Stock Exchange on YouTube with Connor Rogers, a longtime friend. And we had a great day yesterday, kind of getting into some of our random, spontaneous 2026 NFL Draft takes. And today on the show, we're diving into a mock draft, but not just any mock draft. We're using the A to Z Sports NFL Draft Simulator, and we're doing a What Would We Do first round mock. Trevor, we're going to dial it up.
Let's do it, baby.
We have not done a mock draft together in quite some time.
Yeah, man. Been a long time.
And you guys, obviously, I enjoyed checking in. Thought it was cool. The one that you guys did with the listeners with the stock exchange this past week.
It's fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I had an idea for how we're going to do this. We're going to use the A to Z Sports Simulator, which just came out a couple weeks ago, for a one-round mock. And my proposition for you is this.
Mm-hmm.
Avid Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan Trevor Sikkema.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put you in the South
divisions.
So all AFC and NFC South.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to let you pick between the Norths and the Wests, and I'm going to take the Easts.
Okay, so I'll get the two South divisions, and then give me the North divisions. Why not? I'll do the North and South, and you can do East and West.
Perfect. And I cannot wait for the first time that we screw the logistics of this up, which is 10 billion% going to happen. But my goal here, Trevor, is for this to be conducted in 30 minutes.
Okay. All right.
So,
on the clock.
As is tradition here on Draft Dudes, anytime we do a mock, I have to sing the jingle. So, dun 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 dun. The Las Vegas Raiders are now officially on the clock for the Kyle Krabs, Trevor Sikkema, Stock Exchange, Draft Dudes crossover mock draft. And I have the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not going to waste anybody's time. And I will be actually kind of pissed if the Raiders do this on Thursday and let's give Fernando his moment in the sun and milk the clock all the way down. No, they already cut it to 8 minutes, right? So go ahead and have it pre-written and then just drop it when we start.
Unfortunately, it's not up to them. It's the bosses at ESPN, the shareholders, if you will, going, you better give us these 3 commercial breaks or so help me God.
So I'll go Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
We do not have network executives in our ears here. And this is going to work out beautifully because I'm going to get the first 3 picks. So
yeah, you are.
We already teased when we did Wild or Mild on this crossover series, the idea of David Bailey going at 2.
Are we doing what we would do, or are we predicting it? What do you want to do?
You're the guest. You tell me.
Now let's do what we would do.
Perfect. Well, this is a little bit extra chaos.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. The week of the draft, we'll do the predicted ones. Let's have some fun.
Okay, so if this is what we would do.
Mm-hmm.
New York for me, I probably am looking at pass rush with a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
I am enamored by what I think Arvell Reese can be as a pass rusher. I have Rueben Bain rated higher as a player just because I'm totally comfortable with the power.
Mm-hmm.
But my number one overall player in this draft is actually Sonny Styles. So maybe I should have dropped that on Wild or Mild, but
it's not that wild because Sonny Styles is 4 for me. So
okay,
you know, I mean, I'm right there, man. He's phenomenal. I got no problem with him being the pick here at number 2. Yeah,
and I would love him playing what he gets a chance to overlap for a year with who the Jets signed in free agency.
Demario
They
Davis.
brought back Demario Davis.
Dude,
So that's a heck of a combo.
The football IQ in that linebacker room is unbelievable. I love that. Love it.
The Arizona Cardinals, I am going to go with my top-rated offensive tackle, who just so happens to play right tackle for a team that needs a right tackle, Francis Mauigoa.
Okay, all right.
He's not my top-rated offensive lineman, but he is my top-rated offensive tackle. So we'll go with the value proposition and get the tackle at 3.
Oh, so you have Vega ahead of him?
I do, yes. Vega's a monster, dude.
I also have Vega ahead of Francis Mauigoa, but I have Spencer Fano ahead of both.
And I could see Fano, like, depending on what your scheme is, I could totally see like certain schemes really gravitating to him and saying, like, man, that athleticism and range and the gravitational pull that comes from that is off the chart.
100%. The Tennessee Titans here at number 4. Oh man, so for the Titans, I have long talked about the Titans offensive line being something that I don't really understand why we're not talking about it. Because
the abomination that is the Dan Moore contract.
But you have the Dan Moore contract, right? The only player that I can tell you that's going to be playing their current position for the Titans 2 years from now is Peter Skoronski. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know if JC Latham's going to stick a tackle. I'm taking Spencer Fano here.
Ooh, okay. So we are already.
I would take Fano. I think the offensive line is so much more of a need than we're all talking about with the Titans. So I think there's a lot of different options that they could go. Like Jeremiyah Love is kind of the chalk here, but to be honest with you, like I am very much team, you better fix the line before you get the running back, or the running back's not going to be worth it for you enough if you don't fix that offensive line. So I would draft Fano. And to me, Fano allows you to either play him at guard right away and feel great about it, or if Latham isn't going to work out at right tackle, boom, you put Fano over at right tackle, you kick Latham in a guard, because I think he'd be a good guard for you. I think this really helps your situation if they go Fano here.
You could even put Fano at center.
100%.
Like,
yes.
And like, I know you don't draft the guy
right.
with the anticipation he's going to be a center, but like, I think his best position might be center because of how special he is athletically.
I am drafting Spencer Fano at 4 because I believe he's playing tackle for you one day, whether it's at right or left, but you can put him anywhere. He is an offensive lineman chess piece, I believe.
The NBA playoffs are here, where every possession matters, every matchup is magnified, and every game can swing a series. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a great way to get in on the action. Here's what I like about it. You can bet just $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. The app makes it super easy to follow the action with player stats, trends, and matchups all in one place. And during the playoffs, that extra insight really matters when you're looking at stars, role players, and key moments. It makes the entire playoff experience more engaging from start to finish. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Do want to take this moment as we get back into the mock draft with Trevor to extend the invitation for you guys to check out the Everydayer Club for ad-free episodes of this program and access to the Locked On NFL Community Discord, where you get to chat with other listeners of the show. Tap the link in the show notes, and you can find the link in every show description that we have here on the program. Okay, the New York Giants. I'll take the Easts as I hog 4 of the top 5 picks here. This is sick. I'm going to stay true to value on the board. I'm going to try to make life as easy as I can for Jackson Dart by getting the best skill group, position group around him. Jeremiyah Love, running back. I know Cam Scadaboo is an urban legend already, and his relationship with Jackson is the stuff of legends, and I don't care. I think Jeremiyah Love, you put listen, you got John Harbaugh's coming in as the head coach, right? Like, we're going to want to pound the rock a little bit. Give me Jeremiyah Love, and let's get a stalwart back there in the backfield, and that way he can run the ball instead of Jackson.
Right, which would be,
it'd be nice.
Correctly ideal there for them. So I am now up with the Cleveland Browns. Let me look at my big board really quick. I I think this is going to be Carnell Tate. I kind of think it has to be. Like, I like Makai Lemon a lot. I really don't know who I'm going to have as the order of the top 3 wide receivers. Like, every single day you could ask me and it'll probably be a different answer because I love a lot of these guys for a lot of different reasons. But I do think that Tate probably makes the most sense for them because they just don't have that reliable vertical threat. And they also don't have a player who's reliable enough when it comes to just straight up like hands on the outside.
Yeah.
And I think that's at this point, even forget the vertical ability, which you don't with Carnell Tate, but like the reliability with him is something that Cleveland so very much needs. So I'll take Carnell Tate for them there at number 6.
It's written on the card.
Cards
handed in.
Cards handed in.
All right, done. We do have the ability to undo picks, so I thought about doing the bit and then just being like, "Oh, look, the simulator, you can undo the pick." And then
nice.
Yeah. You know,
actually, you don't give me Ty Simpson.
Yeah, family-friendly program. You almost got me. I'd have got a nasty written letter from David Locke. He would have told me.
Shout out David Locke.
The Commanders on the clock at number 7. This for me is, and I know Commanders fans want all things equal David Bailey because they want the juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm thinking about Dan Quinn, and I'm like, okay, like we went after this for whatever reason, like we said, let's have the least dynamic edge room in the history of mankind last year, and that was like the game plan. They felt really good about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're active in free agency, and they have Chase on and Odafe Owe. They signed in free agency, so they got some bodies here.
They got Leo Chanel, who I think is good. I like Chanel for them.
I still want to add a pass rusher, and I think Quinn is the guy who could get the best version of Arvell Reese.
I don't disagree. Yeah,
the Micah Parsons track record here. I'm going to go with Arvell Reese with the anticipation and the trust that Dan Quinn's going to win enough games this year where he doesn't get fired after 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a bad spot with the plan that for somebody we need a specific plan for. So I'm going Arvell Reese here at number 7 for Washington.
No, I don't hate it, especially because now with your sort of like versatile second level defenders, you've got Frankie Louvu, you've got Leo Chanel, you've got Arvell Reese. Now
that group can cook.
I mean, that group will get after the quarterback. Like that is an attacking style of second level defenders. Coverage, you got to make sure that safeties are playing a lot better in coverage than they were last year. But I mean, that is just so alluring to be able to attack the line of scrimmage with all those options. So New Orleans on the clock at number 8. It's just extremely easy. Sprinting this card in, Rueben Bain Jr. Chase Young had a good year last year, but I mean, they need production basically everywhere on that defensive line outside of Chase Young and Carl Granderson as well, who played well last year. But Rueben Bain is easy for me here for the New Orleans Saints.
I dig it. And this is a pretty easy one for me at 9 with Kansas City as well. I know there's all kinds of different opinions on what this group can look like and how much they really need this group. I think Noel Williams is going to be a really good player for Kansas City at corner. Mm-hmm. I really like the signing of Kader Kohu. If he's healthy, I think he'll be an awesome, inside-outside type of player. But if you can get Mansoor Delane to step into the cornerback room in the midst of the Trent McDuffie deal,
right,
and just kind of restock with a rookie contract player, and then I think Delane, Noel Williams, Kader Kohu, I think that's a really strong group for them to kind of do what they did when they did the Tyreek Hill thing, right? Is they kind of moved on from Tyreek and they shuffled the deck and they got a lot younger, and that draft class bore several second contract players for them. So give me Mansoor Delane for the Chiefs at number 9.
So for the Bengals at 10, the obvious one that I think I'm going to pick here is Caleb Downs, just because I love him so much as a player. But even for the conversation that we had about David Bailey of, being tempted or not being tempted to take him at 2 or 3 or something like that, the Bengals do need speed off the edge. And they signed Boye Mafe. So, they're hoping that he's going to be that for them. And, maybe that along with the bet of Shamar Stewart and Miles Murphy is enough for them. But I can't be too disingenuous while I've got Caleb Downs as my number 1 overall player, and I've got, David Bailey as my 18th overall player. So we'll go with Downs, but I really did think about Bailey here for them at number 10.
All right. Well, that's very disheartening because I was hoping Caleb Downs would be at 11. So thanks.
Tough.
Thanks, Trev.
Actually, I love this here. So I'm glad that I did this because Miami is the most blank canvas of any roster maybe I've ever seen. So you being the noted Miami guy here between the two of us, I'm very curious where your mind goes here.
It's tax time, but for a lot of us, the old way of doing taxes is it's a lot. Trying to book an appointment that's not the most convenient, sitting in a waiting room with a stack of papers, emailing back and forth, hoping that they really get your situation. This year, you're getting a major upgrade. Intuit TurboTax now has in-person locations nationwide. You can meet face-to-face with a real tax expert, and your documents get uploaded straight to your TurboTax app on the spot. And just like that, you're done. Your TurboTax expert works to get you every dollar you deserve, while you get real-time notifications as you go about your day. It's the relief of walking in and meeting a real person and walking out knowing your taxes are being handled right. Head to turbotax.com/local to find a store near you and book your appointment. So for the Dolphins pick, Trev, I can't help but go back to the GM Jon-Eric Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about their interest in wanting to build the roster from the inside out.
Right.
And that could be people have interpreted that a couple of different ways. I think if Caleb Downs is there, you're talking about like the spine of your defense, and Jeff Hafley is a defensive coach. I think you could sell that. And I know the Packers kind of trend for getting offensive linemen as we draft college tackles and then we all convert them inside, and that's how it goes. And that's obviously Sullivan spent 2 decades there. But if Olavide Vega-Ioane is on the board and if he's considered the best overall player, like I think that just meets like the tone that they've said they want to set for their team. I think he fulfills that. So I know that's like not a super popular guard in the top 12 kind of deal, but I think that is the one that most fulfills their stated objectives for what they want to do as a team.
No, I think so too. I mean, just the PFF grades. I know people that they're not law or anything, but like the PFF grades for the guards last year in Miami were not good. So
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I think
not a fan.
When they have the ability to upgrade in that area, it's of paramount importance. So this is interesting for Dallas because I'm back on the clock here. I have.
Are you? I told you we were going to get it.
Oh yeah, right.
You're going to pick Dave Bailey, right?
I was going to pick David Bailey.
Yeah, this will be a joint pick.
Okay, I was gonna go on the rant and say I've got Dylan Thieneman ranked ahead of David Bailey and my big board, and I think that Dylan Thieneman would be a great pick for the Dallas Cowboys. However, David Bailey at 12 makes the most sense with him.
How high do you have Thieneman?
Like 10.
Okay, I got him 12. Yeah, so I'm right there with you.
No,
I think he's a great player.
I think he's awesome, man. I think range. You know what? Never mind. We'll talk about this when he gets off the board.
Yeah,
we'll talk about when he gets off the board.
Dude, do you make any picks?
I'm gonna make basically like 13 picks in a row. I feel like at this point. So yeah.
The Rams. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this has to be a splash player, right? Like this should be a difference maker for a team that's in either you're trading down or you already got Trent McDuffie. Get somebody that can really take something to a new level on your offense.
100%. Yes. Especially, I don't know. Are you thinking receiver here?
I am.
And the thing that I would the log I would add onto the fire is from owners meetings. Like Sean McVay said to Kay Adams when he was on her show, like, yeah, we told Devontae like we're shopping him. Like doesn't mean that like he's getting traded, but we're transparent with telling him that like we're shopping him around. So that tells me that wide receiver's on the table for sure.
All right. Well, Makai Lemon. I'm gonna go with Makai Lemon here as the pick for the Rams as the Devontae Adams heir that you can pair with Puka, and that way if you keep Devontae, then you got like an awesome 11 to go with your awesome 13 package, and if not, then you can move Devontae Adams and have Puka and Makai Lemon, and I think you still got a pair of awesome, tough, gritty receivers with different body types that can do some different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Makai Lemon here. I think that he is their perfect receiver. I really do. So the Ravens. I am on the clock with the Ravens.
Yes.
Who makes the most sense for the Ravens in this scenario?
They're kind of an odd team to mock for.
I think I'm going to pick Jordyn Tyson. I like Jordyn Tyson a lot, in theory, of course.
You like the idea of Jordyn Tyson.
I like the idea of Jordyn Tyson. And I think that he reminds me a lot of like the way that Golden Tate played, where he's just sort of like, the way that he moves to me is very Golden Tate-ish. And then, every now and then we'll sprinkle in a little like, was that Odell Beckham? Like what happened there? So it's, if you tell me that like most of the time it's Golden Tate and then sometimes it's Odell Beckham Jr., it's hard for me to not get super excited about that. For the Bucs at 15, I'm going to take my boy, Akeem Mestor. I'm taking Akeem Mestor here for the Buccaneers. They have zero pass rush right now. It's basically just Yaya Diaby, who should have never been put in this position anyways. I mean, it's a strong side, 5 technique, or even like a stand-up outside linebacker. But I mean, like he's a power guy. Like you want him to be able to win with power. Yaya Diaby is not supposed to be the, hey, buddy, third down, we need a sack from you. And now he has to be because this team has not had anybody over the last couple of years. So I'll go Messidor, who I have as a top 20 player in this class, and I think he'd be a worthwhile pick for Tampa.
I dig it. For the Jets, kind of doubling back around.
Oh, I love the little note that is like, hey, you already picked Sonny Styles.
Yeah, and
I
you
love
can
that.
You can actually collapse it if you want to too. So like if you do like full round mocks, like you can just click it and it opens up. And
dude, that's
like
nice touch. Love it.
It's the little things, right?
Dude, it's 100% the little things.
It's the personality with each experience that's kind of cool to like dive in and see like, oh, what's quirky about this one or what's quirky about that one.
Yep.
I really want to pick wide receiver, but this board felt like absolute garbage to pick a wide receiver here. Because I know in the back of my head, okay, they pick again, like with the first pick in the third, they pick 33.
Yes, they pick 33 and then 40, I think.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna square peg round hole this here and just to feel good about it. I will go with what I believe to be some surplus value though.
Okay.
And this team traded away Sauce Gardner. Brandon Stevens feels like he's not for long. Jarvis Brownlee, like I dig him as a player, but Azaria Thomas, I don't want to put too many eggs in that basket. I know they signed Nashawn Wright, but he got a way smaller deal than we thought he would. There's not a lot tied there. Give me Jermod McCoy here for the Jets as kind of we'll use the pick that we got to trade the player away to replace the player we traded away deal.
I don't mind that at all. I'm a huge Jermod McCoy guy. I think I have him like, what did I say? Thieneman was 10. I think McCoy might be like 9. I just love the 2024 stuff. And especially I had him a little bit lower before he ran at his pro day. And it was basically like, that's all I needed. I just needed to see a little bit of sliver of sunshine through the door. And I'm drop kicking that bad boy straight open. Like that's basically where I was at.
Was it more like the Kool-Aid guy or like the Big Bird meme where he kicks the door down? Which one?
Actually, it's the Big Bird meme for sure.
The menacing stare just looming in the doorway.
Just the loudest boom, and the door comes off the hinges, and it's me just staring at
your mod ran 438. That's going to do it for the first block of this mock draft with Trevor Sikkema of NFL Stock Exchange. Make sure you come back and see us again tomorrow. And we may have some overflow. You know how these mock drafts usually go. When we do them here on the show, fitting them into 30 minutes or 60 minutes is easier said than done. So to find out whether or not we finish the mock tomorrow, you're going to have to come back, see us tomorrow, and find out.